brand new project sled for 2025. We're starting with a Polaris Boost 325 RMK. It's time to crack into this thing, open up this Monty. We're gonna start it off right with a Deviant ink wrap. We're gonna wrap it before you ride it. Now I got the Deviant ink wrap on the sled, and the next stage of the build is to get some Backwoods BMP bumpers on this thing. We're gonna go with the Backwoods bumpers, rail braces, big wheel kit. The overall, pretty stoked on the way that it's looking. Now let's protect it, make it stronger so that it can withstand the abuse that I'm about to put it through. All right, to protect the back end of this snowmobile, we're gonna be going with the Backwoods 155 slash rear bumper. Nice, clean, simple, three-piece kit. It's time to get onto the drill some holes, get this thing mounted up, add some strength to the rear portion of the snowmobile. It's quite important because on this 155 boost, spend a lot of time with the skis in the air and the back end of the sled in the snow. The next phase of the Backwoods BMP build, we're gonna be throwing on the front bumper. We color matched it up with the rest of the sled. This thing's gonna look really dope on the front end of there. Really is gonna protect the pipe and the entire engine section in case, you know, I just run out of talent and lose my sled down the mountain. More on this Zero Composites hood later, but for now we're going to use it to line up where the hood latch or the side panel mounts are going to line up on this snowmobile. We're just going to use the hood as a template, latch mounts onto the bumper like this. Alright, so now we got the Zero Composites carbon fiber hood with storage, sort of just test fit on the snowmobile right now. And just out of curiosity, I grabbed the stock hood that has the 7S gauge in it still. We're going to grab a weight off of this and then take the 7S out of the stock hood, get it into the Zero hood, and we will we'll weigh them and just get a comparison of the savings that we're going to make here. Alright, we got the stock hood with the 7S gauge and everything in it. Just shy of 12 pounds. All right, so the moment of truth, we got the Zero Composites carbon fiber hood. Dude, this thing's weighing in at 2 pounds. We saved 10 pounds in about 10 minutes. All right, there it is, fit and finished up, the Zero Composites hood. Calling this one ultralight. This one weighs 2 pounds, as you see it right now. You know, the storage option this year, going to be able to store my GoPro case in there, you know, a set of gloves, a toque or a beanie. Nice little heated storage compartment in there, and honestly, what's to be gained by losing all that weight off the top part of the snowmobile is you're getting rid of so much center of mass and top body roll. You know, a lot of the inertia and the way that the snowmobile reacts can be dictated in this general area right here. So looking forward to this one. We got the hood on it right now. But we're going to check out, when you guys come back, we're going to dive back under the hood, get a set of CFR bars on, do our IVAX intakes, we're going to do IVAX clutching, Whiskey Throttle Powersports titanium bolt package, and There's a couple other little goodies we got to finish up on here. But right now, phase 1 of the build, day 1, it's looking really sick. I can't wait to get out on the snow with this thing. We're going to be working on the front end portion of the snowmobile. We got some IBEX intakes to install, some Whiskey Throttle titanium rotating products. We got the IBEX clutching, obviously the CFR bars. We're going to go with the Turcotte VX bar, the flat top post riser. Pretty excited. Let's get some boxes open and get some parts on the snowmobile. We got the bars all off of it, made quick work of that. Now it's time to open up a box from CFR and build a nice custom handlebar setup here on the Polaris Boost. And we have this thing all taken apart right now, and that's just got my OCD flowing. We're gonna start adding parts as we go here. So let's start with the bars. The air box is already off, so we're gonna do the IBEX intakes on there. Gonna do some Whiskey Throttle charge tubes and some turbo hoses. Yeah, all the goodies, man. It's build time. Turcotte VX bar, this is a new bar this year. We're going 28.5 inches wide on the handlebar. Small diameter grip, so it's actually been necked down a little bit. I have pretty small hands and it gives me nice control of the snowmobile. Feel really comfortable in there. 10 degrees of sweep and a 1/2 inch of rise on the handlebar. So really excited about this one. It's a brand new handlebar for me for this year. We've been developing handlebars with CFR for over 10 years, so to have a big change like this in year 10 is pretty awesome, pretty stoked, and yeah, just gonna pair that all up with this flat top post riser. It just bolts directly right onto the top of the Polaris post. Super efficient, super easy, going with 2.5 inches there. With a grand total of 3 inches of rise, we're gonna be 2 inches lower than stock. You guys seen I wired the grips on. That's got to be one of my favorite things to do while I'm working on the snowmobile with the handlebar setup. Wiring the grips gets real tidy, nice grip on there, and yeah man, these things look amazing. Let's check them out. You guys see we still got the hood off. It's time to add some Whiskey Throttle Powersports goodies onto there, some Push Industry goodies, and some IBEX intakes since we have the airbox off already. So we're actually gonna do an intake tube from Whiskey Throttle, charge tube from Whiskey Throttle, Push Industries, titanium muffler, and then we'll be able to assemble the engine package back together, get the console back on, and then we'll do the IBEX intakes. We're up on the the hook at about 2 pounds. We got the stock one on there looking at like 13 pounds. Saved another 10 pounds in 10 minutes. Now that we got all the intakes in from Ibex, it's time to get into the Powertrain program. So this is a little bit of a combination kit again, also going with the Ibex. And then Whiskey Throttle's got some slip washers in there for the primary and the secondary. So we're going to be swapping out the helix, the secondary spring, primary spring, and then we're going to go into these adjustable magnetic weights from Ibex. Come like this, pre-loaded when you order them from Whiskey Throttle Powersports. So if you guys are interested, I'll put a link down below. You can order these directly from the website. And then to make it all look real sick and fancy, blinging it out with some purple and blue titanium bolts. So we're going to do a primary bolt, we're going to do the secondary bolt, the quick drive bolts, all the pins for the clutch weights. It lowers the rotating mass since it's titanium, and it just looks really badass. Alright, now we got the secondary off, we got the primary stripped right down, we got a nice blank canvas to work with. We're going to get the Ibex clutching into the primary, tie it all together with the Whiskey Throttle Powersports titanium bolt kit. And then I'm actually going to do a lightweight brake disc also. So while the secondary is off, I'll pull the jack shaft out. It's the easiest and most efficient way to do a brake disc is to remove the jack shaft. In turn, I have to pull the drive belt bolts off, and those are also going titanium as well. So I'm kind of doing 5 things all at once, but it's what makes the entire rotating package work as good as it does. Now that we've accomplished all of the powertrain mods, the intake mods, it's all coming together. The last and final pieces here now to go on the snowmobile are these Öhlins front ski shocks. We're going to take the Walker Evans off, swap them out with some Öhlins, and then we'll work into the back end of the skid where we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to put some Öhlins in the rear, and while we're in there, we're going to go with the big wheel kit and the rail braces from Backwoods BMP. There we got it. We got a fully built snowmobile ready for snow. Man, I'm excited about this one. It looks amazing. I'm just gonna say it, year after year, it just keeps getting better and better. And definitely this one, by far my favorite snowmobile that I've built of recent years, of even my best memories. So huge thank you to all the sponsors that helped make this one possible in getting me the best products that I believe possible. You know, you guys are all killing it. There it is, 2025 Polaris Boost RMK 325 155. Let's cue the montage of all the hero shots starting now. Well, after countless hours in the garage, it's time to get out finally for my first ride on my brand new Polaris 325 Boost RMK. It's time to roll this thing out of the garage, get it in the trailer, because I have an action-packed day starting in the morning here with Caleb Kosterky, Carter Hill from Stoked, and a handful of other dudes who are about to go get gnarly.